World Development Group saw its net profit for the fourth quarter of FY16 jump by 49% due in large part to strong sales. Net profit came in at 29.4 million ringgit compared to 19.7 million ringgit last year, as revenue grew by 8.7% to 741 million ringgit from 681.9 million ringgit for last year's corresponding quarter. The property developer also announced that it had successfully hit its FY16 sales target of 4 billion ringgit. The group's earnings were also bolstered by the steady progress of its 11 ongoing projects. While its JV with Bukit Bintang City Centre and Mitsui Fudosan Asia also contributed to total sales. EcoWorld notes that the group's unbilled sales as at October 31st stands at 6 billion ringgit. For FY17 and FY18, it intends to maintain the same 4 billion ringgit target. SapuraKencana Petroleum saw its third quarter net profit come in 22% higher in the absence of an asset impairment provision. Compared with 129.9 million last year, earnings came in at 158 million ringgit. However, in comparison, revenue fell 23.1% to 2.2 billion ringgit from 2.9 billion last year. SapuraKencana explained that for 3Q FY16 included a provision for impairment on property, plant and equipment and oil and gas properties, which was not seen for quarter ended October this year. Looking ahead, SapuraKencana said the prolonged low levels of capital spending continues to pose a significant challenge for the industry. However, despite the tough environment, it is confident in achieving positive results for the financial year. OneMDB Chairman Muhammad Irwan Serigar Abdullah has denied that it was in talks with the Chinese party to help resolve its multi-billion ringgit dispute with IPIC. In his own words, he says that no such talks have taken place and no one has spoken to him about it. He was referring to a report in the Financial Times claiming that China would assist OneMDB in making repayments to IPIC in a $6.5 billion dispute. In June, IPIC and its unit Aba Investments PJS submitted their claims to the London Court of International Arbitration seeking monies from OneMDB. IPIC has claimed that OneMDB did not fulfill its financial obligations to the Abu Dhabi Sovereign Wealth Fund. Also worth noting is that Chinese firms have previously bought over key OneMDB assets such as Edra Global and Abanda Malaysia Development. Irwan also said that OneMDB is currently in the process of identifying a new auditor and denies that it has trouble finding one. MITI Minister Mustafa Mohamad says that the discussions for the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership or RCEP should be substantially completed by end 2017. He admits that there have been some challenges during the negotiations and that the deadline had to be extended a few times. Thus, they are working to ensure that the bulk of the details would be ironed out by the end of next year. The China-led RCEP is a proposed free trade agreement involving all 10 members of ASEAN, as well as Japan, South Korea, India, Australia and New Zealand. It had been said that with the highly possible collapse of the Trans-Pacific Partnership or TPP, Mustafa has said that Malaysia would be open to having bilateral free trade agreements with countries that it doesn't already have such agreements with yet, such as Canada and Mexico. US President-elect Donald Trump has said that America would withdraw from the TPP on the first day of its presidency. Gamuda Group MD Lin Yun-Lin said that he's not aware that the proposed Penang Transport Master Plan's cost had exceeded 40 billion ringgit from its original 27 billion price tag. Lin says the 40 billion figure is new to him and says that it should not vary too much from the earlier estimate. He adds that the impact assessments are being finalized and will be submitted to the relevant authorities by early next year. Gamuda has a 60% stake in SRS Consortium, which is the project delivery partner for the TMP, while Ideal Property Development and Lo Poi Yen Holdings each hold a 20% stake in SRS. In July, it had been reported that SRS had confirmed that the cost for the project had ballooned to an estimated 46 billion ringgit after additional components were added by the SEBERANG MUNICIPal Council.